It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. The heart of Massachusetts should be freedom, justice, and liberty. Freedom led pilgrims from Plymouth Bay. Salem trials had justice too late. The sons of liberty spilled the tea, and then the redcoats spilled their blood. The shot heard around the world rang out from the Bay State. Boston strong and ready to defend. It's where revolution started and ends. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day. Quincy Market, Freedom Trail, Charles River, Boston Harbor, Bunker Hill, Griffin Wharf, Fenway Park, Old North Charge. It's been such a long time since Boston led the way. It's more than a feeling. It's Mike and Tom to start the day.
Good morning. Good morning. Look who we got here. Baker.
Good morning. How we doing?
I'm doing dynamite. How about you, my friend?
Oh, TNT.
There you go. Hey, when you coming over to visit us? Everyone else is coming to visit.
I'm never going to Massachusetts. Are you crazy?
I'll take you to Canton. I promise.
Yeah.
You can fuck around. Find out later on.
Well, I kind of beginning to like my lord, so I'm thinking I can get a few six packs of that, and then I can go driving. It's not a crime in Massachusetts.
No, it's Canton. You'll be good. You can drink and drive as much as you want.
Yeah,
it's like the thing to do, man.
But no, I'm in the U.S. in June. So
June,
but I don't have time to go up there, and the prices. If you want to do the city hopping, not shitty hopping, but city hopping, it just gets crazy.
So what if we like got like a ticket, right? What if we raised the money and got you a ticket round trip for like?
I don't really have I don't have the time set off for it because I'll be there from Monday till Sunday. So
dude, I want to take you to a Red Sox game, bud.
I want to go see baseball because I try to like it, but it's kind of like watching NASCAR.
No, it's different. When you go to Fenway, it's a whole different. You're in the middle of the city, right? And all of a sudden, when you walk into this place, that's just it'll give you goosebumps when you first walk in, and then it'll change your whole world about baseball. It's something about Fenway. I don't know what it is, but it's amazing, magical.
I'm a Mets fan.
That will allow that. As long as it's not the Yankees, we're good. We're good.
Well, no one likes the Yankees.
No one likes the Mets either, but we don't like the Yankees a lot.
The only Yankees we like is the Yankee bar.
What is that?
It's a chocolate bar we made in Denmark after the.
What's in it though? Like
it's a Milky Way.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, it's kind of like a Milky Way, but
okay.
We should have had Jamie on, but she's tired. She tried a few different of them when she was here in Denmark, and she really liked them. So
there we go. See how things are just a little different over there, right?
Well, we were sitting out in a park, and me and another guy said, "Okay, let's do a beer run and let's sit and have some beer." And they were like, "We can just sit in a park and drink." Yeah, of course we can. Why shouldn't we? And we walked past a store that might have been a little bit adult themed. If you
in Denmark, I don't believe it.
Well, Jamie was very surprised that this is just out in the open.
Jamie, oh my God,
she
must be mortified.
she got a lot of culture shocks because we came out of the central station. And she said, "Oh, look at all these bikes! I love it." 2 seconds later, I hate all these bikes because there's bikes everywhere in Denmark. So that's
So everyone just bikes around there. It's probably the easiest way to get around, right?
In Copenhagen, you're more likely to be hit by a bike than a car.
Okay.
Because it's we were out walking and then someone said, I'm just going to grab an Uber. I said, we don't have Uber. That's illegal in Denmark. So everyone either uses a bike or rides the subway or something like that.
Huh.
We don't have if you ride a cab, it's crazy expensive. So you'll just take the train everywhere.
Wow.
trainer bikes.
So, all right. So it's just a different environment over there. That's all. It's just different.
Did you watch that video? What's his name? NBBL Niobe, the one who smashed up the tail light.
Yes, I saw when he did that. I watched it probably 30 times when he was doing it. Hold on 1 second. I gotta fix something here. The screen doesn't look right. There we go. It's fixed. Hey!
I thought it was my ugly face that made the screen look weird.
Good to see you, Baker.
Good to see you, Mike. How are you doing?
I'm all right, man. I got good results yesterday. My blood pressure is fucking
Woo!
perfect.
Good.
So, yeah,
Thank you.
so
Thank you. Good.
That's the
Well,
my blood pressure.
I can tell you after yesterday, my blood pressure was way high because, oh my God, I read all of those 41 motions. Well, the ones who are released. Can we just exclude?
Here, pick one. Here's 50 freaking motions. Pick one.
I just wait for.
Good.
I just wait for Hank to put in a motion saying, "Could we just drop it, Bev, and find her guilty?"
Right. Just can we just jump over the whole trial part and just do what I say?
Yeah.
Isn't it great to see all the rulings that come out and how many of them benefit one side versus the other?
Well,
yeah, it is.
I haven't seen any. I haven't seen any going the way of the defense so far, but isn't it?
No.
If that doesn't tell you guys what the problem is in Massachusetts, I don't know what else to tell you.
I don't. I was kind of blown away. I Baker. I'm like you. I haven't got through them all yesterday because I was having such a good day. I didn't want to elevate my blood pressure, so I kind of kept it back a little bit and
let it ride.
Yeah, but it's fucking crazy, and but to be expected in the same way. Like I almost expected to see a lot of the stuff happen, and exclusion of this of the. Which I thought was good for us was you can't bring up Richard Green's past arrest record or shit like that, which is good. You can't try to discredit him on the stand, which is the phone expert. I
think is good. I mean, I think that's fair.
Yeah, because I guess they could do it to other people too. If you put Ryan Nagel up there, and you could do
Julie Nagel.
Julie Nagel, the bagel. I know. What's your thoughts, Baker?
Well, most of it is just reiterations of the same from the first trial because they've been through it and they have to file this. But the thing, like Jemima says in chat, that with Bev, you just don't know if it's allowed in the first trial. Will it be allowed in the second trial?
Yeah, I have a question for you. Has anything from the first trial been kicked out for the second trial that they had allowed in? I haven't seen anything or heard of anything where I think there's been more expert witnesses allowed in this time than there was last time that aren't doctors or so forth. But
well, you can say that there has been more allowed, but the problem is that she lowered the bar for allowing it because it's the same high standard for the defense. The prosecution, this guy saw a dog once. Well, he's an expert.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed. That's
about it.
That's kind of like the big bowl of punch that I'm seeing. Like everybody get in, all right. What it comes down to is that you have to convince this jury in layman terms. My mind. Show me how she's not guilty. Just show me how it's done. Don't bedazzle me with this, bedazzle me with that. Drive it in my head the words reasonable doubt, what it means, reasonable doubt. And I don't think you'll get there. That's how I feel.
The only problem I have with this is, like I said in the first trial, this was Lally's argument. It was just tons of people talking, and then here was something that might have been evidence, and there was something here that might have been evidence. But when the jury gets back in the room, they see all of this, and then they saw Karen Reed. They gave them this much.
Right.
So, well, then this must win because, look at all of this. Yeah, well, it was smoke and mirrors, and it was
must have happened because you have that much in your hand. It must have happened.
Yeah, because they only presented so much. Yeah, but it's
quality over substance, right? There was so much more quantity in the prosecutions, but really no substance to a lot of it. A lot of foot measuring about the snow and, the weather and Aruba. But we came with 6 hard hitters, 1 through 6 hitters were fucking home runs. But it didn't resonate, like you're saying, with the jurors, because they were just lambasted with information about there's got to be something here. What are we missing? They couldn't refer to they couldn't get transcripts, which I think is odd. I mean, in the state of Massachusetts, you should go back and get transcripts. And what the fuck? But yeah, I agree with that. Both of you.
But
Yeah,
it's like I've told all my ex-girlfriends, it doesn't matter. It's only 30 seconds if it's good for the 30 seconds.
well, last weekend it was an hour and 30 seconds because of daylight savings time.
There you go.
Exactly. The only problem was staying up that late to do it. Well,
Yeah.
we actually don't jump forward till 3 weeks. So
Hey, you got
Well, it's a
time.
long time, bud. You better go see a doctor about that. They say 4 hours is a
if
problem.
I have to stay ready for 3 weeks, that's a lot of pills.
I don't practice makes perfect.
There you go, I guess.
Yeah,
Perfect
and again,
practice.
Oh my goodness.
I'm happy every time. Again,
What you gotta
not
do
my
is
problem. She isn't.
you have to set the expectation early in the night. See what's going to happen is,
Yeah,
you know,
it's kind of like getting the flu shot.
Yeah.
You might feel a prick.
okay, all right. How did we get here from there? I don't know. I don't know.
It's not on my channel, so I might say something stupid.
Tom's over there dying over. The other thing I wanted to talk about, another trooper Baker got nabbed last night for sexual harassment.
I
we
did
were talking about that this
Oh,
morning.
all right,
Right?
all right.
I did a video on it this morning. I'm just happy that you can give a mouth hug and get out of a ticket in Massachusetts. It's going to taste a little bit of alcohol because every cop is drunk driving, but
Yeah, and that's why they practice. Keep blowing, keep blowing, keep blowing.
yeah.
All right.
Wow.
I'm late to the party on that one. But it was just interesting that it's out. It's not buried away. It wasn't like, someone got it and it's out there, which is good because we have a friend, Mr. Fanning.
Yep.
Kind of think he likes different bicycles, 2
Right.
seaters, 1 seaters, unicycles.
Whatever works, I think, with this guy.
Right.
Yeah.
So this guy was blatantly saying, no, you need to give me something for you to get your car out of here. Like, what the fuck? What trooper would walk up to a stranger, a male stranger, and say, I got you blocked in. There's 2 things you can do here. You can either get towed out and cost you money, or go see Seabass in the porta toilet over there. I don't know what you want to do.
I'm sure if this and this is the sad part, I'm sure that goes on more often than we think it does. This guy got caught. Think about the guy that's like, thank God I didn't get arrested that night for driving under the influence. My car could have got towed. I mean, this guy just saved me $10,000 by letting me go.
Okay. All right. So this is not his first rodeo, but I was thinking to myself, yeah, no, right? He's done it before. How many people has he? Now, if you're a guy and you're straight and you got to do something like this, just to get you, I'm getting my car towed. I don't know. What to tell you, boys. I don't know what to tell you. All right. I don't know.
Well, there's 2 things in it. That first of all, I bet you he's married, and he's secret about his proclivities. He's what he really likes.
Options, right? His options.
Yeah.
He has options in his life.
And then the second one, we talked about this the last time. I would really love all the very young crusty recruits walking around the streets in Massachusetts to come forward and say, have you met a certain detective or any one of the guys who worked with that Pioneers program and maybe gotten out of a little bit of a drug bust or something, or the prostitution? I bet you.
But Baker, in Massachusetts, the prostitutes get written a check. The town writes them a check in Worcester, where the
you said that the last time.
Get paid to go and mingle amongst the minglers.
Well, that's
You got to come over, Baker. It's a blast over here.
well, I just know.
Don't park your car in a certain area, though. I mean, Be like,
I asked him if he wanted to come to Canton. He's like, no, I don't want to go to Canton.
There's
Why would I do
rumors-
that?
There's rumor. I've heard several stories from Colleen that there's a certain officer in Weymouth that's retired now by the last name of Wade that did exactly what you're talking about. He would wait for the bars to close, pick out a girl that he knew he could grab, and actually approach that person and say, "There's two things that can happen here." Yeah, and I believe you're true with the Birchmore thing and Stoughton that that wasn't Falwell's first time, Divine's first time, or anybody else. There are other people out there, which I think you're going to find out eventually, because I believe Matthew Falwell is talking in federal prison right now or giving up something to save his life, which would be the natural thing to do.
How can he do that, right? And the best we have in Massachusetts, they refuse to investigate the murder, just like they refuse to enforce the drunk driving laws.
That's well, we talked to the guy in, was it North Carolina?
Yes. Yep.
That guy was a straight effing shooter, man. If I was a cop in there and he pulled me over and I was drunk, game over.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Lock me up.
Yeah, that's the way it should be, and I like that. No black and white, no gray. There is so much gray in Massachusetts. It's white, black, and a shitload of gray. You know, if I like you, you're going home, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you a story about John O'Keefe. When he first got on, he had a silver Impala, and he was living in Southie, and he was drunk. He got in a wreck. He flashed his badge to the other Boston cop, and he went home. That's a true story. That's how it is up here. He didn't hurt anybody, but he had two other people in the car with him, and all he did was, and they fucking drove him home, and everything was fine. He came in a couple of days later and bought another car. That was just
in Massachusetts. Not only would John get away, like Mike just said, but anyone that's related to John, if that happened in the same exact spot, time, place,
drop his name.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yep.
Do you need a ride home?
Yep. Exactly what happened, dude. It was another younger cop. They said, "Don't worry, stay over here. Stay away from the people that you hit."
Yep.
And he was more. Let me tell you something. He was more embarrassed than anything. He was embarrassed. He was a young guy too. I think he was like 4 years on at the time, and he was embarrassed. He's like, "That's never going to happen again." And it never happened again, as far as I know. But he would go out, OUI, all of them do. It's not just him. They all have a couple of beers after work and go home. Because how else do you decompress? Either you go down the Jamaica way looking for a BJ, or you have a couple of beers. I don't know.
Right? No, Mike. People that go and chase the women and stuff like that, it's a drug. It's a drug to them, the same as the alcohol is to them. It's just two different roads. That's all.
Well, I know. All right, so I played a lot of golf with troopers that are older. They were in their 50s. I was in my 30s. They all had gumas. They all did. Certain towns that they knew, and never get. They all had them, man. They all talked. We laughed about it. I thought it was funny, but then I started thinking, as you get older, you're like, that's kind of slimy. What the fuck? I don't know. This thing has caused wars in real life. Women have caused wars back in the days.
Yep.
So,
Hey, Helena of Troy started the greatest sea battle until till D-Day.
because
and
guys get egos.
well, we've seen in close to us too, because we guys have one big problem. Our blood flow system can only reach one head at a time.
Correct.
And sometimes it's the small head that makes all the decision, and that's the bad decisions. And that's sadly how it goes.
Yeah, well, look at the girl Turtle Boy exposed, Jendusa, who was kind of sleeping her way to the top. Her boyfriend was a convicted marijuana dealer. She ratted on him. She ended up being on the state police in the K-9 unit. After she ratted as a witness against her boyfriend to put him away, she meets the troopers and then progressively works her way up and gets a job. And then Turtle Boy exposes her and she's fired.
Yeah. And the people that helped promote her through the ranks, they got spanked too.
So that's how corrupt it can be for certain level of police officers on the state police that can say to themselves, hey, Joey, Johnny, Billy, I kind of need this one to go through because I got a little thing going on the side. You know what I mean? And they're all cool with it.
So here's my problem, right?
They're all cool with it.
Mike, you're absolutely right on the money right there. Other cops know, hey, that's so-and-so's girlfriend. Not his wife, because he's married, but that's his girlfriend, right? They let that happen.
Yep.
All of them. All of them. If your significant other is a law enforcement officer, I would absolutely be very, very scared, because guess what? All the cops knew Sandra was his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And when she
and
died,
they
no
also
one said a
knew
word
that she was a plaything if they asked him.
They all knew that.
Oh,
So
yes.
when she went away, how come they all didn't step up and say, hey, we need to look into this?
How come he still isn't charged state-wise?
Yeah, right.
They can get a guy who demands blowies, but you can't get a guy who spent the night of welcoming his child by taking away the breath of his child.
Yep.
Right.
They
So
still
this-
haven't pressed charges.
This guy that they got yesterday, he didn't know anybody. Like, he didn't have any juice. He must have just been, he couldn't take anybody down with him, so to speak. He had no leverage.
And that may be why we see him in the newspaper.
That's exactly right, Tom. So he's got no harm, no foul. He can go away. We're gonna have hey, we're doing our job. We need some press going on our side. Practice cases. They need something.
Boom.
Right. So they picked a hack and said, okay, we're gonna get him. We know what he's doing. I know what my friends are telling us. Let's just watch him. And then once the guy pressed charges, they went with it.
I absolutely agree.
They could have said, okay, yeah, we're looking into it. We'll talk to you if we need you. That's the first time I've heard something about the Stadies, especially a male on male. And I can't tell you, I don't even remember the last time, to be honest with you, especially Stady, because they're so perfect, allegedly.
But this is why I'm keep saying that it's the culture in the MSP, because
100%.
you can see the dropout rates. The dropout rates are enormous for the police. But the people who stay are the people that you can sway.
Yeah.
And that's the big problem, because, the sergeant is having a side piece and he's probably getting free donuts. And it's like New York back in the day.
It still is.
Well, what Sean the Gulp used to say, or somebody used to say, that when they're on the streets, they knew where to go to get the free meal in the restaurants during lunch.
Of course they did.
Like, the restaurant would never charge them. And they kept it to themselves, because if they didn't, a lot of other people on the force would end up going by there and grabbing something. That's fucking corruption. You can't do that, because you think that guy of the restaurant's ever going to get charged anything if he's driving around and he says, "Hey, I know XYZP," and okay.
Yeah, have a couple of teenagers making trouble. Can you swing by twice? They'll do that.
Oh yeah. Can you make sure you park out front for an hour tonight, and I'll give you.
But wait a minute. Are you ready, Mike? And I know you think about this, because I've seen it. Do you think that the cops that are sitting there taking that guy's food or drinking that guy's liquor or coffee or whatever, you think they leave any money to this guy?
No.
That's being not only cheap, but you're actually stealing. You're by you strong arming the food or whatever it is away from them based on your clout or your power over them.
Right.
It's kind of like all these ridiculous influencers who go around and say, "Hey, I can do an Instagram deal. If you give me a pizza, I'll put you on blast." It's the same. Just saying, well, I can ride by and make sure everything. It's the same protection racket that the mob used to do, because these officers are paid by everyone, the taxpayers. It's everyone, and then they're saying, well, we really like to swing by here, and if we're getting a T-bone, we might stay around for a little bit longer. Make sure everything's fine.
Right.
And that shouldn't be. That's corruption.
So it happens with. Let's talk about the other side of it. So Karen has mentioned a couple of times where she can't even pay for her own bill. Someone else picks it up.
Yep.
Right. It's kind of different, right? People are like, hey, I want to take care of her. I know she needs money. But you get a police officer, if he goes to the same restaurant that he's getting a free lunch from, and he goes back with his wife the same night and he gets a free meal, that's fucking bullshit. As a cop, I want to pay you because I don't want to owe you anything.
Boom.
You know, I don't want you to keep coming back here.
But but Mike, that's who you are, right? That's who you as a person are. The cops aren't like that.
I know.
They take.
No, I think cops are like that, but the problem is the ones who make it in MSP are the ones who will be because there's this culture. Is it the Untouchables where Sean Connery talks about he's not the reason why he's still walking the beat is because he didn't want to play along,
right?
So that's why he's in his 50s are still walking the beat.
Peter Murphy.
Yes.
Peter Murphy. He's a sergeant, night sergeant, because he didn't play the game. So they put him on the fucking overnight shift as a sergeant. You know what I mean?
They sent him into the freaking woods. Go play in traffic, kid. Go. Like they
right?
Peru. What the hell's going on in Peru? They got drunk drivers over there too?
Sean, yeah. I don't know the whole story behind that. That's his private. I don't know. Everybody fucks up, right? But when you're a public figure and you're getting paid by the tax dollar, there's a fucking transparency information that should be out there that we should know. And it's illegal to take kickbacks of any kind. I mean, we give them CDL licenses away for snowblowers. You put your career on the line after 30 years on the job for a fucking snowblower. How desperate are you? Because let's be honest, the highest divorce rates are correction officers.
Yep.
The biggest alcoholics are correction officers. And then comes cops and right down. The correction officers are in jail. They're in jail with the worst of the kind for 8 hours a day. They see the worst of the worst, and they're in there, and they think they're going to be their home for the rest of life. Imagine trying to babysit those fucking assholes. That kind of job. I knew a captain on the corrections, and they drink. They go out and they fucking have drinks because they're in jail with the fucking Craigslist killer. They're in jail with all these fucked up people, and they're like, I can walk by him right now and fucking smash his head in. And the fucking pedophiles and the Farwell, they're in jail with all these fuckers. And they tell you it's stressful because if you get in a situation where you got to do an extraction out of a jail cell, they don't fuck around. They got all the fuck. You can throw feces. I don't give a fuck, but you're getting your ass kicked. And stressful, man. And good.
I have quite a few buddies who either are or used to be corrections officers, and they said, we always love when all of these modern people come in and say, oh, you should just use this technique. And then we stand back because it's the first punch in the face that tells you if you can stay in the job. They had multiple people who are coked out of their mind, and then they decide, well, I'm going to paint the wall, and I only have some brown paint that I bring in with me. And they have to go in and get them out where they are smeared in brown paint.
It's not good.
And he said they had
going home to your wife after dealing with something like that.
No,
I'm
good.
It's hard, dude. I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
I had piss and shit thrown on me when I was walking my beat today through the jail cell, unannounced to me. I had my regular uniform, and there's a fucking meatball off my forehead. Okay, that stuff is real.
Oh, better yet, I had to go into a cell, which is a pretty much closed environment, and fight this guy who's head to toe, doesn't care.
Right. You see these videos of these guys getting shanked like 3-on-1, and an officer just walking his beat, and all of a sudden up behind he's getting shanked, and then another guy jumps on. Another guy jumps on him. These guys don't have tasers.
You know what would be great?
They can throw. I can tell you that they learn to throw real quick.
It's not humane. But if everybody in the cell, everyone in that cell block will say, if they all had like dog collars on, the minute something happened, you hit that button, everyone, they ain't moving. They're not going anywhere.
They're not leaving the yard.
If one person screws up, you're all getting it. Whack. Right?
And let me tell you something. what they see that they don't talk about.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
yes.
You know,
Yep.
when they go home
Yep.
and they walk, you know, it's fucked up.
Yeah,
dude.
they
see a
do
lo-
the job that none of us want to do because
right. No one talks about it. No one
Right.
talks about a corrections officer, and it's one of the hardest jobs. You'll find out. You know, Baker, you've talked to a couple of guys. They have never had a good story. It's always a
well,
main
I've heard
guy.
heard a few good ones where they had to do some stuff and well, we have big cast iron radiators, and he
geez.
said
Yeah.
one
Yeah,
time he overshot when he had to tackle one guy, and he accidentally hit that one.
Yeah.
That's the good days. But
Imagine, imagine being in there and you got, young guys that are just getting in there and learning the ropes, so to speak, and then seeing that person just turn into that, another person, and it's real life shit, man. It's real life shit.
well,
All right.
that's the weird thing when I'm doing my jury duty. The only cases I kind of remember because again, I just you were nabbed with some drugs. Well, do them every month. But I had one case, and it's one of the first I had. The thing that struck me was it was people who were low IQ, and
Yep.
sitting there watching them and knowing no matter what I did to them, if I let them go, if I put them in prison for life, and anything in between that, none of it would matter. And I felt really sorry because when you get a serial offender and he's going back, he knows the ropes. And some other people, you say, okay, I'll give you this chance, and hopefully you can turn your life around. But just people where you're just sitting there and thinking, I can do whatever I want, and you don't care because you're too stupid to understand. We have a rule in Denmark that if you're deemed too stupid, you can't get a punishment, and you'll get it will be written on your record, but you won't get any punishment because you're too stupid to understand that we're punishing you.
Wow.
And the funny part, the guy who was kind of the ringleader in all of it, he didn't want to cooperate with the prison system. They are the ones who do the test.
How can you not cooperate with the prison system? I'm pretty sure they
No, it's before trial. We're doing what's called an 808. It's where how's your childhood looking? Do you have any substance abuse? And you can say no to that, and then you can just say I'm going to do it in trial. But he didn't want to cooperate, and he didn't want to talk. So, well, F you, off to prison with you. The rest of them walked free because they cooperated, and we all found too stupid. And trust me, he wasn't smart either. But I like it when stupid people get themselves in trouble.
That's an interesting law. That's an interesting concept out there. That's interesting.
I think you have to. Well, you have that criminal insanity.
Yeah.
But we have that where we are saying, well, it wouldn't change anything because they can't understand the concept. Of course, if you're this was petty things, but if you're unaliving someone or something, you'll go to a mental. You'll get soft walls instead of hard walls.
Yeah.
right.
So, but still, if you're too stupid, we don't punish you.
Like special needs, kind of stupid. Is that where you're going with this, or like
like Doink the Clown, kind of stupid.
All right.
Grant Smith Ellis type.
There's people. There's people in the chat say there was a correction officer in there. Like some couldn't take it because they have an inmate that did something to his own daughter, and shit like that. Like that's, it's hard for me to even fathom to work and supervise these people. Just doesn't work, man. They make great money, right? And all the power to them, man.
But you also know
heroes.
You also know that when Fanning arrives in prison, not Fanning, what's his name? Farnham.
Yep.
When he arrives in prison, everyone knows 1, he's a former cop, 2, and more importantly,
pedophile.
He's
And
got 3 strikes before he even walks in the freaking door, man.
Yeah, he's probably got 3 new holes before he walks out the door.
Man, at least
he's in his own wing. They have a whole wing for the same type of person, not so much the cop side, but the pedophile side, and that's just throughout the whole So they're not in with GP. You know, that's what I got.
But can you imagine though? Think about this. Can you imagine how insane it's got to be in there within that wing with all them other people? Like they're not the nice people. General population, yeah, that's the guy that's got kids, a house, a home, future, but he's got an issue at the time. You know, I'd rather be sleeping with that guy in the same room than any of these CP guys over there. They're not right guys, man.
Tom, I don't. Not that I discriminate, but I don't want to sleep with any guys.
No, in the same building, room, anything like that.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about.
You know how prison is. It changes you, man.
Yeah, it's not co-ed either.
No, I mean it's over time. It doesn't happen overnight. You eventually break you down. They break you down every single day. You imagine waking up every single day and having that over. I have to walk out there and have breakfast, and I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen to me.
But imagine waking up and that's all you know is that little freaking 6-foot cell in that wing. That's it. And that's why I ask people like Baker, like, what do you see that we don't see? Because we're all in the Karen Reed thing. We're in the trenches. We're seeing this. We're reading these motions. We're seeing this guy. Baker's not around for that. He's removed. So, like,
I like that.
I try and ask people so that we don't get tunnel vision or just see what we want to see, right? And Baker, of all people, is great because he's got the experience and he's been with us from day one. So he sees it all, but from an outside, he's removed somewhat.
But the problem is, go around and watch all of us true crimers or whatever you call us. Peter Tragos, who's normally, I won't call it fence sitting because that's negative, but he's middle of the road. He's very open-minded.
He's very fair. He stays on that scale. He's absolutely there. Yep.
Yeah. Watch his last video where he's just watch Emily D. Baker, former prosecutor. I was afraid she was having a stroke.
Yep.
Right.
Everyone except the short bus Smurfs can see this is wrong. And they invented 2 new lawyers just before I was on with you the last time that none of us have ever seen before, who doesn't do channels, who are on X saying, well, I'm a lawyer. I love these people. Well, trust me, I'm a retired lawyer. Yeah, at the Trust Me on Broco.
Right.
There's no one out there who in any significant way sees this case differently who's honest. Because I don't count Plevin as honest.
Correct.
I think I can't prove it. I was actually wanting to ask you about this. I know Caffey Daffy came up in the FOIA request. How did Plevin get the information about the feds the day before trial when Brennan claimed he didn't even have it?
Oh, that's easy. They check in with him before they make any move.
Yeah, the feds send it to Plevin before they send it to the special pro sector Brennan.
He gives it the okay.
Yep. Yeah, and he says, yeah, you can send this on to the state.
But no, on that point though, it's messed up how it seems like they have documents and data before we do. That in itself is screwed up.
Yeah, and as Jemima says, KP is as good as a lawyer too. She's who was the other one yesterday that said, well, I've been interested in the law.
Prison tragedies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I should be a lawyer. Yeah, go ahead.
There was one person said, if my life hadn't taken me in a different direction, I would have been a lawyer. Yeah, if I didn't spend all my money, I would have been a millionaire. It's
Imagine
stupid.
that. Imagine that.
It's so redonkulous, but there's no one out there who doesn't see how biased Bev is, who doesn't see the finger on the scale from everyone, who doesn't see that the police is a joke. I'm going to cover a case today about a guy from New Hampshire who apparently shot the balls off his neighbor. Probably tragic.
Accident.
But I will watch a trial where there can be a little bit of shadiness and stuff like this. This is everything. Bev allows Brennan, special pro sector, to lie into her open face the same day she blew a gasket over, well, you didn't turn over a bill from the ARCA guys. You lied to me.
Right.
and then, I'll just correct the record. Do you think if AJ had stood up and said, well, let me correct the record, that she wouldn't have canceled that meeting?
She would have
No.
stroked out. Oh, you know it. Yep.
It's I don't see anyone who doesn't see this case like you see it, and that's a problem in my opinion, because we should be in all shades of gray and saying, well, yeah, police could have been a little bit shady, the investigation could perhaps have been. Everyone thinks this is crappiola, snowblowers, solo cops, no ring camera. I love that Morrissey now is a witness, and they
Yes,
claim, it's internal documents. No, that a-hole went on television and said all of our witnesses is a-okay.
Yep.
That's not internal communication. You can't hide behind that law. You said it in public.
National TV, public
Sure
TV. Yeah. And they're teaching a course in college right now how not to blow your career up by not doing that. He put everything on the line for that.
Well, he's got 30 years in. What else? What's ahead? What can he do that's ahead of him that he already hasn't done?
Right. You know, I don't know, man.
Wasn't the rumor this is his last period as a DA?
Well,
And
that's
then if Hank wins, he's gonna run.
But here's the problem.
I think Hank is there to protect Lally so Lally can run.
This is what I see will happen.
No, Mike.
No,
seriously,
right.
to keep the egg off of Lally's face, I think if they lose this, they can blame it on Hanky Panky, and then Lally can be the next guy.
And then when Morrissey leaves, Hank Brennan, who's getting all the publicity now, will run for DA, and people will friggin' vote for him just because they've seen him, not because of what he's doing, right? People aren't that educated, but they'll vote for Hank for DA, but Hank won't be the DA because Morrissey will still be the DA, and he's going to run it through Hank. That's what I think will happen. One of his buddies will take the seat. Yeah,
I don't see Hank as a puppet, but anything's possible because every time I say that'll never happen, it happens. So,
he has mob experience. He's the perfect guy for the job.
Mike, you just said it alone. You don't see Hank as a puppet. What a great example! What a great person to do the
right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I agree with you. Like, I say no way, but then I go, why wouldn't that be okay? Because you see him as personality. He gets a fucking cheesy banana email, and he goes, "Okay, I got to do it this way."
But he's gonna do the Bill Clinton thing. He'll stand there instead of a saxophone. He's gonna blow his harmonica or whatever it's called, accordion, and be likable. Politicians are they are chameleons. They'll change with the audience.
Yeah.
Before I go, because I have to get ready for my own stream.
Bail.
What do you think about? Because with the last hearing, I felt that the defense gave the state an easy way out by putting all the blame on Proctor. Wouldn't the smart thing have been saying, "Oh, we read where you're going," and drop the case and say, "Yeah, we believe she's guilty," because then she couldn't really sue them, and we'll blame it all on Proctor.
Like an Arnold plea, like. Admit that you did it, but we're not going to charge you.
No. But the state dropping the case and saying we still believe she's guilty, but we couldn't because he ruined the investigation.
We can't prosecute this case because of Proctor. They could drop it all on his head.
And we're not going to prosecute any farther because we believe we had the right person, but it was a bad trooper. And the investigation.
He screwed us up. We want to prosecute him, but Proctor's in the way. He's
Would that make sense, Baker? See, that's what
because it'll keep the egg off the face of them.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I said, this is actually genius from the defense. They're giving them a perfect way out of it, saying, just blame it all on Proctor because Karen can't really sue them anyway because they have all of these legal immunities.
Yep.
So, and they know from the first trial and listening to the jurors. Normally, I say the second you step into a courtroom, you're 75% guilty in the eyes of the jury, maybe even 90%, because you must have done something.
Right?
Is that how you feel?
When I watch trials, yes.
No. When you were on the jury.
How I do it.
Yeah, when you go in there, you clear your mind. I know you don't have time. I don't put you on the spot, but I
No,
don't know.
no.
I know it's not a simple yes or no question, but go ahead. How do you put your mind right?
I
How do
have
you put your mind
I've
right?
done it for 14 years now, I think.
Right.
You have to be actively anti-biased, which is stupid to say because everyone has biases. That's how we
Right.
don't get in trouble when we walk down the street and see three big guys who are drunk yelling, "Hey, come over here." Our bias say, "This is a problem. I'm going to walk this way." And that's why I like our system. Not that it's better, but it's different because we get the training where, again, I have probably been in courtrooms somewhere between 50 and 100 times
Wow.
doing all kinds of cases. And I've seen the sweet little girl who, oh, I'm so sorry. And then you see the evidence against her and you say, F me.
Yeah.
She's a, or you've seen the guys who cry and, oh, I'm so sorry. And then but you also see the guys who has F the police tattooed on their hands and who really got. I had a one where the police claimed he had attacked him a certain place and said, "I've been to that nightclub. It couldn't have happened in that way because it's not that location." Because they claimed he had done it upstairs and it was downstairs, and we saw the video and said, "What they're saying doesn't make sense because this is how the room looks."
What kind of club?
Nightclub.
Upstairs, downstairs? What?
Well, I don't.
Sorry. So when you see Karen Reed in a courtroom and you see her facial expressions, which has been one of the jurors' points about, I don't like the facial expressions. What the fuck is that?
But that's human nature, and that's why whenever everyone tells me, "Hey, you should watch this guy who does body language." Body language is a real science.
Of course.
If we do 20 shows together, I can tell on your face, okay, Mike doesn't want to make me. I'm not going to go down that road because he's doing this with his face. But I can't come in, and I met you the last time, and I can't tell what you're feeling. But these people will sell you. It's kind of like a certain golf guy who sold you a lot of bullshit as well. But all of this body language but it's human nature to say, well, she's sitting like this, she must be guilty. No, she might be constipated.
Now, if you're going to do a deliberation and you have a juror that's with you that says, look at the way this person was acting in court, does that come into play with the decisions that you guys make? Or
it depends on what they're doing.
Strictly by the law of the land. Is that?
I've been where if they're yelling in court, if they are acting up in court. We had a guy who fought the police in court. Kind of stupid. You just end up in shackles.
Right.
And we had to clean the room because they gave him a little bit of the. But I've never had that where you. Some people will try and flirt a little. They don't really look at us laymen because we have the judge and then we are situated next to them. They're looking a lot at the judge and trying to make them. But you have those overly likable persons who are, oh, hello, thank you so much. Oh, of course. And they will try whatever. They're criminals. They're professional bullshitters. All
right. So reverse it a little bit. Is that a red flag for you?
It depends again on what they're doing. It could be a big red flag if you are, but you get the feeling, and of course you have your biases when people are saying. But I would never sit and say, well, this guy twitches all the time. He must be guilty. Because some people just twitch all the time. You're maybe in the courtroom for the first time. Imagine how stressful that is.
Yeah,
exactly. So that's why I'm saying, to hear that Karen Reed's facial expressions actually came into a debate with the jurors downstairs blows my mind. When I hear your rationale of it, because we switch jurors all the time, the way you guys do it over there makes more sense to me because you're actually looking at how the law is applied. And I'd almost say to you, the guy that fights the hardest might be the most innocent. If he's not crazy, you know what I mean?
And the weakest little mouse might be the biggest, baddest ass when they get a few beers in them.
Right.
I agree with that.
Tom, I have to go because I have a stream coming up in 10 minutes.
Not important. It's not important. You got to stay here, Baker.
Thank you, my friend, and we'll see you soon again, I'm sure.
Yeah.
when are we going to be on your show?
Well, if you can
I
do
know
a
we have-
Saturday morning, Saturday mornings I have my kind of a ridiculous show. So
Oh, the
we
comedy
could-
one. We're going to be on the comedy one for you.
yeah, because I think you can put on a funny hat and we can do a little dance.
Nope. Nope. I'll meet you at the club though.
There we go. Baker, my friend, thank you so much for coming on. I know
Thank
the time
you.
change is messing you up and stuff like that, but I appreciate it so much, my friend.
I hope you smiled, man. I hope you smiled.
I always smile when we've been with you guys. You're funny
right,
people,
cool.
and we talk about serious
Yes.
subjects, but we are having fun, and that's what it's all about.
Absolutely.
I can't be too serious all the time because my blood pressure goes to the roof.
Send our love to Jamie, please.
Yeah,
Tell Jamie. we
Yeah,
love
if
her.
she shows,
Tell her she's great.
Jamie's become she's a world traveler now, so she's too fancy for me.
There we go. Yeah.
So
Oh my gosh.
yeah, she
She's on a
went to
book tour or
Denmark over the weekend, so she's
went to
probably
go visit
sleeping for a
Baker.
week.
She's from
So-
Tennessee, right?
No, she's from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. That's right.
Same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, close.
That's what I say.
Western
Same,
What's the
same
pot?
thing. All right, man.
All
Have
right,
a good
Baker.
show, bro.
Thank you, my friend.
See you later, guys.
We'll-
Have
we'll
a
catch
great
up.
day.
All
Ciao.
right, man. You got it.
Wow.
He's
So
a funny,
everybody, this
funny-
is his webpage. I mean, this is YouTube page. Please
Yeah.
go and sub to Baker. He does an amazing amount of work on a lot of different cases. He covers a broad spectrum of cases, all types.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Tom. I have never watched the full show. I'm gonna do it.
yeah.
I'm gonna
No,
do it
he's
because
he's pretty good about this stuff, man.
I fell asleep. I'm not. This is no shot at Melanie, but I fell asleep to Melanie Little yesterday because she was going over all the motions.
Yeah.
It was pages of docs, and she's
I
going over
love-
almost like.
I love Melanie. I
too.
love that she does that. I love how she reads it. I love how her input, Mike, is it's
Priceless.
next level, next
Yeah.
freaking level.
And if she doesn't know the answer to the question, she
You
has
go
to
get
chat.
it. Oh
She
yeah.
has to chat, and they get it. I'm just like, Jesus, these guys are involved. That's what I want to do. I like our chat. Like, wait, we need to find out more about this guy, and our chat went boom. They found all its links. Yeah, it was
Our
great.
chat is the bomb, man. They are awesome.
You guys
Check
are,
this
man. I'm
out.
not,
You see
not
this?
bullshitting. Oh, what the fuck? No, Middlesex. You gonna play it,
Chelmsford. Yeah, we'll play it.
Lieutenant?
As for General Milley, the president's position on this remains the same as it does for John Bolton and the other individuals. He doesn't believe
This isn't. That's not a thing for that. Chelmsford, Massachusetts.
Lieutenant. Wow.
Was indicted by a
Wow.
grand jury on tampering and intimidation of a witness charge Tuesday. The Middlesex County District Attorney's Office announced Francis Good Jr.
54 years old, man. Oh no.
Boy, does Officer Good have a
That's-
brother?
But hey, my point is being in this is that he's right there to get ready to get off too as a lieutenant.
Got his time in, doesn't he?
He's getting the golden kiss soon, man. Oh fuck.
Michael Capragano, 42, was driving in Chelmsford Center when he nearly crashed head on into a police cruiser. According
Okay.
to, all right, they conducted a traffic stop and observed signs of intoxication.
Yep.
He was placed under arrest. He told officers he was employed by the Suffolk County Sheriff's Office, and the officers would regret if they arrested him.
Okay.
Once transported back to the police station, the arresting officer was met by Lieutenant Good. While Good and Caprino were in the booking area, Capragano allegedly once again relayed that he was employed at the Suffolk County Sheriff's Office and he allegedly sought release from arrest. Good then allegedly instructed the officer to write a citation for marked lanes only. He instructed the officer to take no further steps related to the arrest. Good also instructed the officer not to discuss the arrest with others. Capragano was not booked at this time. He was also indicted Tuesday on operating under the influence, as well
So he
as
did it.
A
So we did it
violation of
again.
public, right? See, look at they're getting them right here. Violation of public employee conduct standards.
Okay.
That's
Right.
what we need to get all these other idiots on. Yeah. Here's a statement. You ready? December
Wow.
9th, Matthews and Matthews informed me that it learned during its investigation about an incident in March 2024 that was unrelated to its initial investigation. Oh my. And that included possible allegations of unlawful conduct. Given the nature of this arrest, I requested Matthews and Matthews suspend its investigation and immediately shared all the findings with the Middlesex District Attorney's Office. Huh. So the
So-
DA's office didn't even
Yeah.
know. So they had to ask the people who are investigating it, a third party, for their information, for their docket, the stuff.
What the? Now is every DA can prosecute or not prosecute. Obviously, they decide to get maybe even a twofer, get a corrections sheriff. I mean, so a
Mike,
Suffolk sheriff is like a corrections officer almost.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. So that's interesting. I'm telling you, this drinking and driving as a police officer or a corrections officer or a sheriff or whatever you want to be is, I mean, that might come back and bite a couple of guys in Canton's ass in this retrial. If they can prove if they were driving government cars
Yep.
while
Under the influence.
you're done, dude.
Listen, when you're punched in and getting paid for your time, you cannot consume alcohol or anything else illegal for that matter.
No.
But yet
Nope.
in Canton, don't matter.
No, dude.
It doesn't. It's like
Nope.
How
That's
many
what
are-
bacon. Good.
how many drunk driving arrests have been made in Canton of residents in Canton?
I can answer that.
0.
Mm.
Because in Whitman, when I was a cop, where you lived didn't matter. If you were driving under, you were driving under. That's it. End of story.
Yep.
So,
Everybody, because it's so incestuous, Tom, that let's say you pull over you, right? But
Yeah.
you know an officer through your brother or is a good friends with Goody, all right?
Yep.
You're going home, bro. You're getting an escort home.
And it's that easy. It
Yeah.
really is.
Anybody. So when they have these license plate readers and it's
Yep.
1 a.m. and you're going through the center and you're from Brockton, Dorchester, they're gonna follow you. They're gonna get you for a mark lane and they're gonna see. They want to see what's up. And you know what? They've been successful with grabbing a convict that's out or a felon that's been not shown up in court. But no, I have not. I'll tell you, I read the Canton paper. I don't know if it's a good source or not, but I don't see OUIs. And if I do see an OUI, it's not from you're not from Canton. You're from another town or another district. Legit. I'm not fucking
Unfortunately,
around, man.
that's how it works. Unfortunately,
It's crazy. I've
Yeah.
always said that about Canton. Like they don't arrest any Canton residents for OUI. That's
No.
hey, can you FOIA that? Can you say in the last year? Can you really? All right, good to know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've always wondered that because it doesn't make sense to me. There's people in Canton drinking and driving.
Oh,
If someone's hit a pole that was from Canton and they just got to say, okay, you're under a medical emergency. Is that what it was? Okay.
Mike, I'm pretty sure right now it's almost 10 o'clock.
Oh
There's
shit.
people drinking right now. And
No
they'll get in their
way.
car and they'll drive around and they'll go to another bar at lunch and they'll go somewhere else for a later lunch.
Well, I did have an uncle that was a Vietnam vet, that was never the same when he came back.
Yep.
When I was in high school, when I worked in the summers with him, he'd have a warm 6-pack of buds and he'd crack them because he couldn't live without it. It's just the way the world worked at the time.
Yeah.
But unfortunately,
Listen,
he died at 56 years old, unfortunately.
Oof.
56 years old. Dead.
All right. I want to show you something real quick, Mike.
Yeah.
Because
Thanks for the
I
$6.
saw this and it makes all the sense in the freaking world. Lorena, you the girl. Check this
Hot
out.
Wheels? Hot Wheels?
Mike, what do you see here? Tell me what
Red
you
tail
see.
light?
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at it a little closer. What do you see?
Well, I see that yellow thing, whatever that is. I don't know what that is in the window.
This right here? Oh, that's a reflection.
All right.
This right here
Yeah.
is the entire fucking taillight.
All right. Did
It
you see the video? Came out yesterday.
No, but this couldn't have
Oh.
been broken. This is the
No.
parts that they found.
So
It's impossible. Right
the
there.
the new theory is that she broke the whole taillight. They wrapped
Huh?
that she wrapped. Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. That's what Turtle Boy was saying last night. That the whole the taillight. I'm gonna send you this. You know, love it. I'm gonna send some messages. All right, we can play it.
Yeah.
This is fucked. This is actually fucked. You guys, I can't believe that I love your picture that you sent me this morning. Thank you very much.
Oh, you like that one? First thing in my head, but I knew exactly who that was.
I'm surprised you don't have me as that as your as my screensaver for me to come up. That's wrong. Hold on, let me get this. Fuck. This is a good video. This is the rear taillight and what it takes to smash something like this. Okay,
yep.
It's not just a easy.
Right.
Easy. Wait to see how the pieces break off.
There's a guy who did that. What's his name?
Oh, I know. This might be the same
shout out.
Same guy. Yeah, it's coming over to you right now. I think, Tony.
Okay.
Sure.
In the meantime, I got something I want to show some people.
Yeah. We can play this. And it's funny how this taillight breaks up. It breaks up the same way they found it.
Ain't that funny, huh?
With a hit, the guy uses a hammer, right? And it falls apart like he has it. Oh, here we go. Look at that.
17th, you got 5 days, guys. 5 days. Come on. We can do this thing to raise some money for Aiden.
How much is it? Can I just Venmo you money and I can get in there?
Yeah, I can do that. I'll take care of it. $10 a shot.
Oh, come on.
Yep. And
I don't get. Come on, do a friend a favor. And
I know a guy, and it's going to be an absolutely fabulous game. And we have sweatshirts and just some stuff for you guys to go and have some fun for a night. Kind of like a night out on one of how do I put this? One of my extremely close friends and one of great supporter of the channel.
Yes, she is. Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Hey, I tell you what, going into the city on St. Patty's Day for a Bruins game is going to be cray. Hey, Aiden also mentioned last night, Canton is playing Bill Ricker for the D1 championship at the Garden on Sunday. And the way Bill Ricker gets in Canton's head is the free Karen Reed chant.
Boy, they're playing in the Garden?
In the Garden. And so the whole student section were cheering on and Bill Ricker to say free Karen Reed. And
I wonder if we can bring signs, Mike. I wonder if we do a standout inside.
And it won't be the first
Bill Ricker side.
So every time Canton plays, the opposition chants free Karen Reed from the other side.
Okay.
So it's in Bill Ricker. So this would be this 17th is going to be awesome. And the Bruins won. They beat the Panthers after Marchand got traded for them the other night. So
imagine that, huh?
Yeah, good things are happening. Check your text messages, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's there.
Got it.
All right.
Let me forward it.
I didn't do this. Flip sent me this.
Forward. Okay, forward. Yeah, this guy's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
that's the guy who did it. I love him. Yep.
Yeah. This might be a repeat for somebody, but let's just get it out there.
Oh, you gotta, you guys gotta watch it without a doubt.
Because then he plugs it in, and you can see what's up.
And forward.
Yeah, it was a woman was doing it too, and the announcer said, "Stop it." Yeah, right. The Proctor have his meeting today. What's today's date? The 12th. I thought it was the 12th.
Proctor. Yeah.
I think we find out. Does anybody else in the chat know? There's so much shit going on, dude. There's so much shit.
And then they just drop all them freaking
lemonade. You want some lemonade?
All of it. Yeah. Unbelievable.
Tomorrow. Okay, it's tomorrow. Okay. Thanks, Kelly. How's the mod Kelly working out?
Kelly is just killing it. She's without a doubt just jumped right in.
Yeah. I've never done this before.
Mike, we're blessed. We're
I know we are.
absolutely blessed to have these women on our side.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
I'm trying to refresh the stupid page. There we go. All right.
So
I'm getting
also,
that video for you guys.
Turtle Boy is saying if you've ever walked by in the last say week or two, the D&E Pizza, if you're a Canton resident, please go down to Canton and file charges.
Oh, he does want us to do that?
Yes. So we were
Okay.
there the other. We were
I
there
was
the
there
other
the
night.
night before. You were there the
So
night before. Yeah.
I might go down today and file charges today as
I'm
well.
going to do that.
Yeah.
I
don't
I
want to
will
be
then.
live. Yeah.
Absolutely
So-
will, because he recorded me, and I haven't been able to sleep since. I am
I'm-
emotionally wrecked over this, Mike.
My blood pressure's through the roof, Tom.
I'm telling you,
I-
I can't. I
can't-
don't think I can live like this. He recorded me without my permission. I mean, I was talking some serious stuff, man. All right, here we go. Lights. This is the
All right.
tail light from Alexis, and this guy, God love him, bought a tail light. I don't know where he got it, but he bought it himself to do this experiment for us. So this guy is, again,
The balls. Yeah.
taking it to another level. Every single one of our viewers does this. Let's see what he did.
If you just pull it off,
Oh, I think that's from the beginning or no? That's from the end. I'm sorry, Tom. I don't know.
No.
If you walk, okay. I don't know if I gave it. So is that from the? All right, good. I don't know. That's good.
Yeah. All right,
They show him busting it with the hammer.
okay.
But go
Let's
ahead. I
see.
don't know if you're.
if you just pull it off, that's how you get the big piece.
Look at that.
Yeah.
It's just-
You're not just breaking it. It's just not doing it. You're not doing it that way.
Do you see any
just
fibers or anything like that? I mean, I see nothing
pull
on
it
the ground
off,
where there's pieces that would
That's
fit
how
your
you
shirt.
get the big piece.
No. Microscopic ain't happening.
No, exactly.
If you just pull it off, that's how you get the big piece.
All right.
Is that
So
all
let
I
me get
sent
the
you?
other one.
All right.
And-
All right.
I got
You're gonna
the same one twice. That's what.
Well,
that's why.
I think I might have had it through my video, not
Yeah.
rewound. Oh shit!
That's okay. Let me just pop on Twitter. Maybe it's there.
All right, I keep on seeing Julie Nagel's bum.
Oh, which part?
I only have 11 seconds of it, so if you can find the real one,
Yeah, I'm looking right now.
I don't know if it's on Flip Ahead's page. It might be,
I'm looking.
but I was watching the new lawyer from New York. I think she's from.
Yeah.
She's like she's just starting to watch it now, and she's like, I can't believe what I'm watching. She does a TikTok video. Have
Yep.
you seen her? Holy shit, she's funny.
Let me share this real quick.
All right.
So this is Boozy Beauty. She
Yes.
does so much, Mike. She's freaking awesome.
She is.
She pumps out these videos that just make you say, "What? Wait, what?"
I know.
So,
why can't we get her on?
Working on it.
All right.
Trying to get next week.
All right. So
tail
that was a
light.
video. I don't have. I'll try to find the video this way too for you.
I remember when he did that whole thing when he tried to break it itself.
Yeah.
Look at Mike. This is her tail light, right? They get every piece of it, dude.
I know. What the fuck is what is see that little bite, those little bang marks right there? What is that? See right there,
Right.
that piece you just right all the way to my left, right down, right there. What is that?
This, I don't know.
Like it's almost like that's where it was hammered. Like, what the F, man?
I can't zoom in. It won't let me.
All right. I'm gonna try to find the
That is weird, isn't it?
isn't it? Look, that's where the hammer was. And you can see right to your right, Tommy, my right, you can see the scrape mark underneath the plastic where they wedged the screwdriver in to pop off the big piece of Czechoslovakia.
Right there.
But that right there, those look like hammer marks. And why isn't that going to be a demonstration at trial? If it's all put together like that, why isn't it going to be presented? We never saw it. You know, they actually approved the field trip so they can go back to 34 again.
Mike,
And
see
that's
this crack right here?
Yeah.
Based on physics, based on science.
Yeah, that does
The
make
way that
sense.
crack develops will
Right.
tell you exactly how the pressure was at that failure point, because a crack's a failure.
Okay.
So if this was cracked from pulling it, you'll be able to tell whether it was pulled or whether it was pushed.
Okay.
So remember the old headlights in your car, like the round ones? Sometimes they were square, Mike.
Yep.
Inside the light bulb is a filament. Okay, that filament is what glows to produce the light. If your lights are on when you get into a car accident, that filament will break when it impacts. The filament will move forward. That's how you know the car was moving and the lights were on. It's how the filament breaks. It actually gets bent forward. That makes sense?
It does. Check your Texas.
Yeah.
And like Turtle Boy said, like the dastardly, I love how he says dastardly Karen Reed. If if she knew about this, wouldn't she do it completely different than how she did it? If she knew she hit John and was guilty, wouldn't you think? No, not next. It's in your text messages, bro.
Oh yeah, okay, let me forward it.
So when you do it a lot differently than what when you hang around more like Jen McCabe did, like everything Jen McCabe did, Karen should have done. You know what I mean? That if you were really guilty, if you really wanted to be the cover up of this, you would have done what Jen McCabe would have done. You would have been around the scene talking to cars, but obviously Karen didn't have the juice. Karen did not do this. It's so fucking easy to understand. Oh my god, look at me going. Yeah,
It really is that simple.
Right? I mean, she'd have to think about the things, I still can't wait to see if they get the nurse's testimony. If anybody told them that they were told that he was hit by a car when he first got there, that's going to be big. And please put the taillight back in the car when you go to show it at 34 Fairview this time. And don't have Lally say, look at the center console this time.
Right. Yep.
And Karen's putting a motion in to go with the jurors to go there actually too, which I don't think it'll be. Yeah, why not? Right? Does the prosecution get to go? Yeah.
Yeah. True. All right.
What?
Let's play this. I got the whole video. You ready?
Yeah.
God love this guy. Because this brings visual, right?
Thank you. All right. Now see that's broken already at the bottom. It looks like.
Smash it out.
Bounce.
That's with the hammer. Look how thick this thing is.
My God.
Yeah, that's
wow.
not paper. That's not paper.
These taillights are extremely thick.
Holy shit.
That's what popped off, I think, when she backed into the friggin' wiper. Yep, that's thickness.
There's no fucking way that it was caught that hit John's arm. I see small pieces too. Like if they get 47 pieces and they put it all back together, that means that they have to
this
find
one was
pieces
already
like
busted.
You know what I mean?
Mike, where's the blood in the taillight?
Right. No, there was none. There was none. And he didn't die. There was a lot.
How can that be? He see his arm?
Yeah.
See his
no,
arm?
I agree with you. They
where's
lost
the blood? It's got to be blood on it.
Right. It's fucking. This guy's great, man.
And them little pieces.
Easy to shatter with the hammer.
Right?
This is a genuine Lexus LX 570 from a 2021. If you just pull it off, that's how you get the big piece. Just see what color it lights up as.
Watch. This is awesome.
Yeah.
All the red is gone.
Ooh.
See, it's still red,
Yep.
even though the red is gone, but it comes back. It's more white than red, but look at that.
There's no red on this taillight anymore.
It looks red though, doesn't it?
Yep.
Side marker light is so bright that it looks white. But you can clearly see it's red.
Yep.
All the lights are red. That's the brake light.
So what I don't understand is
They're
that
so bright red, it's clearly red.
Yeah.
what we're trying to figure out is like, okay, it's projecting a red light through a red lens, right? So there should be no white anywhere. Now
Right.
the prosecution is showing us pictures of white lights on their prosecutorial motions.
Right.
Hey, look at this white. There shouldn't be any white lights,
Right. It should all be red,
right?
but yet we're seeing white.
Right. On their end, it was fucking manipulated, dude.
Mike, if people go out and they buy something, they go out and they say buy a pair of scissors and that plastic sealed stuff that he's trying to go. Imagine that plastic stuff that you have to cut open. Imagine that hotter. That's what he's playing with. That type of plastic.
Yes.
An arm did that.
See, exactly. He's right on the money. Nam didn't do that
Chrome centerpiece.
Right now, the lights are out.
because he hit it.
All right.
Yeah, but my point being is that how much force did you use? So there's no way an arm would have made white light,
All broken out right there.
Nope. Nope.
It's broken.
according to the prosecution.
Watch the light there. Now the light.
There you go.
Because there is no bulbs back there.
See,
The only thing that makes
you stop it real quick.
go down the tail
Once that white piece of plastic comes out right there,
Yep.
there's no more white. So in order for it to be out in white, that has to be back in and changed to another color. They didn't do their homework.
Nope.
They didn't do
Because
their
they're
homework.
ignorant in that aspect. Wow.
Right. Yeah. This basically guy just debunked the whole taillight thing because they didn't take a Lexus taillight. You know who did though? Crash
Who?
Daddies. Crash Daddies did it. They looked at it and said, "Well, okay,
Oh, well, yes. They can tell you how much force it takes to break that
Exactly.
piece of plastic in his hand. Yes.
of a 6,000, 7,000 pound car standing still, how much pressure against it is going to take it to crack that? Like they probably put it against a pressure machine on it with a vice and said,
yes.
okay, and had a machine just press against it and think, okay, that's impossible at the rate of speed. An unstable arm at so many pounds could not crack the taillight into 47 pieces.
No.
Impossible.
Mike, no.
No,
It
he's
just
right.
it physically cannot happen. The tail light can't shatter or break the way that they claim it did at 24 miles an hour.
And the ground did not cause those black eyes. The ground did not cause the back of his head to be split open. The ground did not cause for his nose to be broken. Okay, let's just figure this out, guys. It's real simple. If you stop just breaking it down and talk to me like I'm a 5-year-old, this guy's doing it. Show me, Dad, how to break a taillight with a hammer and how they would have done it. He just did it. He just did it. And that's why you're not seeing the taillight back in the car at the crime scene for the jury to see. Because this guy obviously just plugged it back in, right? It can work
Right.
again if they put the taillight back in, if it wasn't manipulated, right? Show me what it looks like.
Yep.
Plug it back in, put it in the car, and show me what it looks like. I want to know. But obviously, as a lawyer, I want to see before I want it back in there. But the the prosecution didn't do it because they knew what they had done wasn't going to be right. So
Bingo.
you show up with a car that doesn't have a taillight in it, and you can't put the brakes on, you can't turn the lights on. It's daytime, right? You want to be there at nighttime. I want to see that taillight in the dark.
Bingo. Yep.
Yes, there you go. The sulfur parts. Thank you, my friend. But it's, he probably
Problem
spent
is,
5
they can't. The Commonwealth can't undo what they've already done. That's the problem, and
Yeah,
that's
trial-
the situation,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. People, yeah, so I mean, how do I say this? There's certain Twitter people, we know Tom very well, that got an email from somebody that said, if you do something like this, could you please send it to us first? Okay,
Imagine that, huh?
just so you know. So guys, if you do something like this guy just did on YouTube, you might want to take the time and send something to Boston Defender on Twitter
Yes.
first. Just because if we start showing our hand, they know how to retract it and show things. And it actually happened. This actually happened. I have receipts on my phone. I'll show Tom just so he knows. But one of our friends, your friend too, did something unbelievable and posted it, and he got an email from somebody saying, "Hey,
whoa, can you take that down?" Right?
Yeah, you're showing our hand. We don't want them to be prepared for this stuff.
Bingo.
That's how good that's how good some of you people are out there, that you fucking actually figured it out, okay? But we don't want it out there. So
and again, right? And the same with the feds too. I'm sorry. The same with other investigative agencies. How's that, Mike? Is that better?
Right.
We don't want to say the word feds or anything, but again, they know a lot, but they don't know everything, right? We have all the time in the world where we can follow up like this guy did with the taillight. He had all the time in the world to do this.
Yeah. If I'm a juror and I see this on the screen and I see this happening in real time, I'm going to be a little bit of a reasonable doubt that just hit an arm that's hanging in the air, that's flexible, and that can move around. I'm going to have a hard time believing that he flew 30 feet in the air, landed on his head, cracked it open, broke his nose, and has no other scrapes on his body.
Yep.
But was still able to fly 30 feet in the air because he got hit by a moving vehicle, hold his arm out. Just the physics don't lie. The science doesn't lie. And if I'm a juror, I'm being told this, right? But then I have Lally throwing all kinds of bullshit and 68 other witnesses. You won't forget this, but you might forget a conversation or a testimony about somebody else.
Correct.
Even the crash daddies, they were very good, right?
Yep.
We threw six witnesses at them, and we still almost we almost won it, which is six witnesses. That's how strong. That's how strong Karen's case is. But now with some more visuals like this. But you have to have it. So this has to be a controlled environment, which the crash daddies, I wish you do. If you had a video that you guys had it in a controlled environment, it was all done by doctors with PhDs, showing how you were doing it to the juror, I think things would be different. My opinion only.
Yeah, like they don't need to know like the velocity times the mass times the density squared to the 5. They want to say this right here was shot at that taillight, and this is what happened. Make it simple as easy.
The math's not mathing.
Bingo.
So
anyone that has something that is positive that can possibly help Karen Reed, if you're afraid to send it and you want to be,
I get
invisible, send it to me, send it to Mike. We'll get it to where it needs to go. But just don't waste our time with like, I heard about this dealing drugs across the street. I mean, it's got to be tangible, similar to this. And
it helps, guys.
It does.
Because we just don't get emails from the defense saying, "Hey, do you mind just maybe if you come up with another idea like that, send it to us."
Yeah.
And I can understand where they might they might be upset because they just spent all this time and it's here we are in the garage.
Yes.
All right.
So if they have 3 interns on something and you bring it up, well, you kind of like that's not helping the interns.
Right. Good point.
Yeah.
So I was kind of blown away by it. I was like, holy shit. Okay. So we're not as stupid as we think we are sometimes, and we are onto something. And okay, we'll do everything we can. You know what I mean? But even with Fanning and Farwell, those things, if somebody comes forward and you know about another girl or something, that's helpful information. You just don't want to post it. You know what I'm saying? You just don't want to throw it on Twitter that, hey, I know a person, because now they can prepare for it.
Mike, if you and I, right, if we weren't conscientious and if we didn't care about Karen, we could go and blow like everybody's minds with the stuff that we have. But we can't. We have to balance it with what do we give our viewers, right? Versus what's going to help Karen's prosecution, which we don't want to interfere with in any way with
Right.
that or the Fed investigation. So we're kind of guarded in what we can say and what we
And
can't say.
Yeah, I'm a layman, so I don't know, if I do something and I find something, well, this is what I think, but I might be right on the fucking money and I might not be. So I'm just going to post it because I want to, talk about it. I just sent you a text, Tom. You don't need to put that up. But so my point is that we're smarter than we think, because this is not a hard, I shouldn't say a hard case. It's not a hard case to figure out if you know the facts, you do your homework. The problem is getting it in court to be
Bingo. That is
shown.
The whole thing. It has to be entered into evidence.
That's right. That's
Without
the
it
problem.
being entered into court, it's just
Nothing.
out there. It's nothing.
It could be truth. It could be logic. It could be everything. But if you can't get it into court in pretrial, because pretrial is the trial, basically, if you can't get it into court, it means shit. It means shit. So, yeah, that's our buddy there. That douche.
I know that one.
Yeah.
The last couple of days we've been talking about the jurors, right? And we've had people that have specialty like brother counsel, like jury guy, DUI guy, jury guy. They believe the jury. Do you
believe like they believe that's how it's won?
Yes, that's
Okay.
the whole trial right there is
Right.
what you get in that jury. No, like it don't matter about evidence or Bev, it's that jury. It's those people. If you can connect with them, all the other stuff that's pro negative, it don't matter. It all go away because you can.
I believe it. I believe
so that's our next thing. We need to Jesus, please pray that God sends the Reed team some really good, solid people that they can have on the jury that will see this through and come up with the right answer.
So okay. So jurors like Ronnie, we'll use Ronnie, right?
Yeah.
You pick another one like that. So here's my thing. Do you pick another guy that was an ambulance driver, an EMT guy? Because he might overthink it. He might think, well, I might have seen, I don't know. Because people put real life situations into their thought process about, so like I would look more like Randolph, I would look some way, blue collar, union guys,
I want a layman that's got a lot of experience in life.
Right. That knows from good from right, good from bad, raised a couple of kids, went off to college, been a hard worker his whole life.
Somebody that realizes if you bump into something, there's going to be a reaction with the vehicle. Back your car into anything.
Yeah,
Tell me what happens.
Give me a drywaller. Give me a steel worker. Give me anybody like that. I don't need a teacher. I mean, it could. But that's just the way I think.
You're beyond the teaching part now. You're already right. Exactly, Mike. You're right. It's exactly. You don't want someone that you need to teach. You need someone that already has it.
I want a blue collar guy that can look at something visual. I want a person that's visually educated. I learn more from watching someone do it than telling me how to do it. If you told me I need you to screw this screw in, just screw it in. But show me how to do it. And what's it all saying? I'll give you a fish, I'll feed you today, but show me how to fish, I'll feed you for life. Right?
Yep. Exactly.
It's kind of the same thing. Okay, all right. Then I see how it's being explained. It's entered into court. These guys are doctors. It's got to be fucking true. That's reasonable doubt. It's reasonable. That's all we need.
Yep.
The burden is on the prosecution to get the reasonable doubt out of your mind.
Michelle, you hear that?
Oh, I like that, Michelle. You might be busy.
If she's gone for a couple of weeks, we know where. You'll be okay, we assume.
Time out. Michelle, we get the first interview afterwards.
Yeah. Hook us up, lady. Hook us up.
Oh, my God. Look at it. For April. Girl, you're
Can you imagine that, Mike? Imagine you having that in your hand.
She's going. She's going to get paneled. She's going to get fucking paneled.
Wow. Awesome.
Just say, listen, I just go like this. I listen to Boston Mike and Tom every morning. I know what the fucking I know what the fucking deal is.
I know what's up.
And then, Michelle, I would fucking be a ghost for the next couple of weeks. So please, if you not to say that you're biased or I have no idea, but if you start going on,
I would. You know what? If any one of our viewers were on the jury, Karen walks, because that's who we have for viewers.
Oh yeah,
smart, intelligent, very thoughtful. There's like they're not going to
And
convict her.
realistic. She just posted it. Hopefully, I'm Facebook friends with some CPU.
That'll get you nothing.
So now they're gonna ask you the question: do you know any content creator? You know anything?
Oh, that's right. That's another question they're going to ask,
But
right?
but still, even if you don't get picked, can you just tell us? Maybe come on and tell us what it was like to go on there and what kind of questions were asked and who asked what. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
That's
Kinda,
awesome.
yeah, like those are the people. Randolph, like
Randolph Stoughton, Avon,
yeah,
right?
well, yeah,
Right.
right. Just blue collar guys that drive trucks.
Yep.
Work for union guys. Oh fuck, man! If you got a panel full of union guy people, I don't know. I mean,
Look,
Karen was a money girl. I don't. Sometimes those guys overthink things, and they
Yep.
might know other people and connections and bullshit and fucking. But that's just the way I think.
no, I think you're right. I think you're right on the money with that. Yep.
Yeah. So what's going on with the Fanning and Crawford
Ugh.
business?
All right. So as far as I'm putting together here, Fanning and Crawford own a data company that specializes in data that they closed 3 days after John O'Keefe passed away, which is odd. And I'm still trying to figure out if it's okay to have a business, like
Yeah.
a side business, doing what you do
Right.
currently. So, for
Yeah.
example, if you paint houses for a living
Right.
for the state, and
Okay.
you go and paint houses as a company in your free time, I don't think that's allowed
For other state employees.
for other state employees.
Right. That would be a no. Because hey, listen, like that's like having a boss that works for the state, right? He's in charge of lawn repairs for the golf courses. Hey, I need you to swing by my house, drop the extra sand off. I'm building a sandbox for my kids. That's what you're talking. That's no bueno. No bueno. I know.
It's discouraging. It's sad and it's discouraging because we
I
all
think
know better, right?
I think at this point, Tom, that we put it out there with the Fanning Crawford. I almost think we should just kind of like let it go.
Okay.
Because I think people are well aware of it now.
Oh yeah.
And you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
It's not just like let it go, but
No,
understand that there's other people with more information that we have that are involved with this. If I can say it that way, right?
Yeah, that sounds
Not-
that no, that's right. That's right. That's absolutely
And
right.
I don't know any more than what we've talked about. And people keep on digging up stuff, and that's fine. If it's public record, be my guest.
That's right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Because if it's public, that means they have it already.
Right. But if you know a friend of a friend of a friend, I couldn't be on here talking about it. Okay.
No, and again, we don't want to do anything that's going to jeopardize any type of investigation that could be going on in regards to that. But keep your eyes open, people, because it's
I'm not telling you not to sleuth, but if you have something, please send it to Tom.
Yep.
So we'll vet it, and then maybe you can send it off to someone at the defense team.
We
okay.
get it to where it's got to go. Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah, because because we don't want to show our cards.
No.
The defense doesn't want to show their cards because what happens is now the state prepares for it.
They have access. That's right.
Right.
Yep.
So now that I sort of what I was saying last night that now this is going to change the story where Karen actually hit John's car on purpose. That's why she cracked her taillight on purpose even more than she had before. See what I'm getting at? That's what I'm getting at. So now they know the game they got to play. All right, we need to change it, but we don't have any ring video really that shows us smashing into the car. So what comes against it? The crash daddies have to do a demonstration like that guy just did in a controlled lab and show it that way. Because Bev's not going to let that in as evidence, obviously. But we can watch it with our own two eyes and say, that's a lot of fucking pressure. That's a lot to hit. And this guy's holding it with his foot. Now imagine a free flowing arm getting hit by a taillight with no other bruises on his body. Right? Does it make sense? So I actually think in trial one, if the Crash Daddies had a video to play or a
Yeah.
chalkboard to play, I
Right.
think you would have seen a little bit more stuff. I think
I
you would have
agree.
seen a little bit more reasonable doubt.
Yep.
I think reasonable doubt needs to be plowed into these people's heads, the jurors' heads. What is reasonable doubt? We'll talk about it more. Bring it up more. When you're done cross-examining somebody, that's, put in the fact that's reasonable doubt if you can't answer it this way. That's reasonable doubt. Talk about reasonable doubt. Here's North Carolina.
That he's running the money. Where are all the pictures?
Yeah.
Everybody's got a phone. Everyone's got a camera built into your phone, and you don't have any pictures? How is that possible?
I think the tow truck driver might have some.
Imagine that.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
When he touches that vehicle, it's now his responsibility. If anything happens to it, scratches, dents, tire, anything, it's his fault.
He's part of the chain of custody, my friend. He is part of the chain of custody. And why do you think Proctor took his own Buchanan took his own personal vehicle down there? No dash cam video when they were driving behind it.
Because it was so like Armageddon out there. Needed 4-wheel drive to get.
So it makes sense. So they went down there at 3:00, right? Mike finished this investigation in 16 hours. It was done. She was done after 16 hours, right? This is fucked up that they said, okay, we can't have it on video, so we can't take a cruiser. We need to take
his truck.
Truck, so we don't have it on film because we know, and now we know it's not broken until it's back to Canton. But the tow truck driver hopefully took pictures in Karen's driveway. Just saying, because he didn't take the right ones when he was in at Canton when he dropped it off. He was told to fucking kick it, get out of here.
Yep.
And then I'm sure they made a phone call to him saying, "Do you have any video of this stuff?" That guy fucking is in the wind, dude. He's in the wind.
I know. Like he don't want to be where he is, unfortunately.
No.
But, oops.
Yes. Yeah, Kwame, you're right, brother. You're right. I know Kwame. Kwame's right, man.
Yep. He knows.
Because if we call up and say, "Listen, there's damage to the left eye," well, I got pictures. That changes your mind. You say, okay. All right, can you send this to me? Yeah, I can send it to you. Yeah, okay, it was already there. I must have missed it. They'll never do it again. Do it all the time.
If you towed vehicles, right? If it was your job, and part of that is taking a picture of the vehicle before,
you have
as well as when it's on the flatbed from before when you got there to, like, if something happens, you're paying for it, not the owner of the company. You are.
Right.
So when you take the pictures, you're doing it to protect yourself, to make sure that, hey, there's no scratches on this car.
Yeah. You're 100% right, dude. You're 100% right. You're 100% right. It's not like something. It's not like something new that the tow truck drivers do.
This is part of his job.
Because you could say, "Oh, they towed my car. They damaged it." You're in the court of law. Now you have to say, "Well, prove it." Well, now they can't. So they do. But
with the picture, you can prove it.
Maybe he might be called this time around. I have no idea. Who knows? I'm just saying. I don't know anything. He might be. I don't know. But there's a
yeah, and then we got Scanlon. How does Scanlon know everything?
Well, this is my thoughts on him. He did go and tell somebody, but it wasn't the state police.
Mm-hmm.
You don't pick up what I'm putting down?
Yeah. Well, if he's a PI, he may possibly have been hired by David Giannetti like in the past. Hey, I need a PI. I'm gonna call this guy. And that it's just that simple. It could be that freaking simple. That's just a working relationship. And they may like each other.
Guess who gives out the PI license in Norfolk County District Attorney's Office? The Norfolk County District gives out the PI licenses. So why would he go to the state police with information that would hurt him and his reputation? Why would he go to the Uncle Joe's house and say, "Hey, I'm a CI"? I would never have. If Scanlon's smart, he knows I'm not going local. He knows I'm not going state. He knows I'm gonna go tell you what I know. I'll sign an affidavit there because David made sure he said
if he signed that, he would have been putting himself out in the street.
That's right. If a state one or a United one, right? But if he signs a federal one, completely
different story.
Right.
But
That's
I
what I think
believe
happened.
that to be true, that he won't sign that because he knows that it's going to go back to the Norfolk County District Attorney.
And it's going to be out there.
Right.
He'll lose all his work. He won't
Yep.
be able to get hired by by an investigator anymore. He'll be blacklisted, right? They'll rip
End
his
of
they'll
story.
they'll
Game,
rip his
set, match. You're all done. Go home.
So that
Don't
would
call
be
up.
with Norfolk County, but if he might go to another like Suffolk County and keep his PI license and go to Middlesex and all that stuff, he might say, but he lives here in Canton. I mean, what the fuck, you know?
And there you go. It again comes back to money.
Yeah, and who you know, like Scanlon's friend of a friend that knew somebody that was there. That's a live body, man. He knows who that person is.
It was a
You
cop, too.
know that when he went to Uncle Joe's, if he signed, an affidavit, which got this thing got it going, right? Because the bricks
Yep.
more that got
Yep.
it going, and then I don't know what to tell you, but I know this: they probably won't ever call him
Well,
because he's part of the TUI.
right. The federal TUI.
Yep.
Woof. All
I
right.
know.
I got
Free
Doc's
flip.
appointment. Free
All right,
flip.
buddy. Free flip was
Scanlon rescinded completely. Retired 911 dispatcher. Going to call. But no, listen. I would probably not want to do that. I would say no on that one.
Oh, I have a recording of the tow truck driver being talked to by the PI on. It's like a phone-to-phone tape of him saying there was nothing wrong to the car. There was nothing wrong with it. He'll be a black. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly right.
Damage. That's true, right?
Yeah.
And it's simple. Just take a picture. It's free. Taking a picture that you don't have to go to Photomat anymore.
Right. Well, you saw Buchanan taking pictures, acting like the tow truck driver when he said on direct from Lally, "Who's that?" Well, that's a tow truck driver. On Cross, he said it was him. So you got Buchanan changing the story on the stand because they stopped for the day, and the next day he gets cross-examined. He says, "That's me taking the picture."
So if this tow truck company decides they're going to play ball, you think they're going to get more tows from the state, or you think they're going to be like, nope, we're going to call another company?
Well, we don't get any from Norfolk County, but where he towed from Dighton is not Norfolk. That's why it's clean. Like they just did their normal job. If it was
Gotcha.
Norfolk, it would have been okay. I'm going to get blackballed, and I will never.
Right
be able
now
to-
I'm screwed. Yep. Aha. I get it.
How,
I get that.
How
Mike.
how important is it if you're a tow truck driver for the state police on Route 3 and you go to crashes all the time and you have to tow a car out of there? You don't think the state police, first of all, are taking pictures of the car on the truck and yourself? You're gonna back yourself up. I wish we should get a tow truck driver on here for a guest and see what the
could do that.
process is.
Yep.
So what's your process? You know what I mean? All right. I was going to be back on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
Imagine that, Mike.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what happened, dude. See, we have smart people in this fucking chat, man.
We do, and they're putting it all together.
Yeah. Let me tell you something too about tow truck drivers. If an off-duty police officer calls a tow truck company that he does business with all the time, they're at the same scenes. They come, guess they play the game too. The tow truck drivers, they'll go tow a truck for you. My daughter's broken down, so at the mall, can you help me out? Yep, I'm in the area. Just give me 20 minutes. It happens. It's just the way life works. You do me, and if that tow truck driver does something stupid, he's okay. He's all right. He's all right. He did the right thing.
All right, people. We don't want to contact anyone in a witness. We don't want to even go down that road. I would probably just leave people be. The tow truck driver is a tow truck driver. He's just doing his job.
They are, man. They're blue collar guys, and it's a tough job. And who knew this would be put in the forefront if someone was to come forward and say. And I think you'll see a little bit more from Mr. Barrows.
We'll see. I hope so. I like Barrows.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. You need to say hi to anybody about the donos or the contributions?
Yeah, but I want to go over this right here for the tickets, the Bruins tickets. This is going to be a great time, guys. It's only $10.
You gonna do spin the wheel?
Yep, we're gonna do the wheel.
All right.
But this is only. It's coming up, coming quick, and we need to raise some money for Aiden's defense fund. This is his QR code in the top right hand corner. I mean, he can really use the money. He's getting just as screwed as Karen. Maybe a little more.
Yeah, we have to read the contributions from equestrian.
Here we
Ken.
go.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Oh, Christina, thank you for coming here. Oh my God, we got a new sub. Love it.
What?
Thank you, Christina. She subbed to our channel.
How many people are watching, Tom? A couple thousand?
No, we got almost 900, 868.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then we have Making Law Simple. How you doing? I love your
Oh,
show. Love it,
Michigan.
love it, love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to give Valhalla a wrench. We probably
Yeah.
should, yeah.
Mark Cunningham, Maggie.
Mikey's back, yeah. Yep. I got the go ahead yesterday morning. Yep.
Yeah, he is. Baker does have a lot of knowledge, and
He is.
I mean, he's got. I don't have as much knowledge about Denmark as he's got about Canton. Like, there's just he's on that.
Well, if you get to figure if is it Denmark,
Yes.
if they play black and white and this like he said, he can take the emotions out of it. If he looks at a case like this, he must lose his fucking mind.
Yep.
Okay. Just make sure I'm on the same page.
I'll be back for sure. So happy I found your channel, Free Karen Reed. You know it. Listen, we're blessed that you're here watching, because again, the viewers, you guys make this all really worth it.
Right.
And then should
Yeah.
advertise the tickets on other podcasts. I absolutely agree. And this doesn't say seeking justice, or it does, seeking justice. Maybe the mods can remove the seeking justice, right? No, keep it there. Screw it.
Yeah, no, yeah, you have to.
I'll send this to all the other mods, and maybe they'll put this on their show, because I mean, we're all raising money for Karen.
Well,
but
Estee's on right now. Estee's on right now. We should send
Is
it over
she?
to her. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
on right
put it over.
now. We should do a chat
Oh
run.
yeah. Like an invasion.
Yes, Estee's on right now and talk about the giveaway.
Let me
And
see
maybe
if
we
I
can-
can forward you guys there.
I love Baker. He's like he's a guy I want in my jury.
Yeah.
Baker.
Yep.
Like that's the guy I
Absolutely.
want. I don't want a guy that's going, look at her facial expressions, talking to her parents too much. Are you shitting me? That's what bothered you?
Yes.
Like what? Come on. That's just that's personal. Now you're taking it personal. I can't wait to see what comes out of this whole Fanny thing with the jury. That's mind blowing.
Well, we
Mind-blowing.
have to get Fanning in trouble to begin with, because he
He's like
sidesteps it.
He's fucking Teflon Don, that guy.
I don't know how he
Well,
does
you
it.
and I both know he's gonna. Well, Governor Baker was his in for a while. Charlie
Right.
Baker. He had, I don't know if his mother or something new, like legit. He could drive to Baker's fucking mansion and get a meeting with him on the
He
day.
can just walk right in. He's got that
could.
that
He had
ability.
that. Yep. Yeah. Benny had that stuff. Yeah. And you can tell no one wants to talk about Finney. He was the first one on the IA that was dismissed. We got to make sure that we don't want any dirt on this guy, right? But I think Turtle Boy's onto something from last night's show. If you haven't watched it, watch it again. He's got a great lead on something that's going on with that. He won't break it yet, but he might be breaking it soon. I love when he goes, "You know what I know, don't you? You know I'm
Yep.
coming. You know what you did, and I know what you did." I fucking love that shit. The fucking people
And he does. And that's the thing, Mike. And he does. Like,
I
he's got
know.
that all day.
I fucking laugh. I just go, that motherfucker, whoever he's coming after right now, is going shit. Shit.
All right. Is there anybody in chat that knows how to send you guys over to another channel? I know it's
I know-
a setting in YouTube, and I don't know where it is. If anyone in the chat can help me.
Melody, yeah, just
Yeah.
chat invasion. If
Yeah.
not, what's your station called? Can you
The
pull it up?
Cupcake Invasion.
Oh, all right, but we're
SD,
just
yeah.
we're just justice invasions. Just pull up her. How are the seats for the tickets, Tom? Are they good?
Yes, they're friggin' awesome. Awesome seats. Wicked awesome
Yeah,
seats.
I wish we had a chart of the seats, like where they were. Maybe we could do that.
I'll get that
I-
tomorrow.
yeah.
All right, this is
Email-
this is her right
Yeah.
now. Estee's on right now.
All right.
If you guys
What's it? SD, right?
yeah,
Is
It is
there
ESTEY.
twice? Yeah. Okay.
ESTEY.
All right.
Please go see my girl. She's great. Me and Mike we love her very much.
Yeah,
Let
she's
her know
awesome.
we sent you. Send her some love. Like and subscribe to her channel. She does
Right.
great stuff.
So go over there and check it out. I know there was like data overload yesterday. Melanie did a great job. I mean, literally, she went line by line as long as she could. Swear to God, that lady is amazing when it comes to, and she keeps a positive. I mean, I don't know how the energy she has. She just does it, but holy shit.
Again, Mike, we're blessed. We're beyond freaking blessed to have all these people on our side. Would you want these people against you on the other side from you? Any
No.
of them?
No.
No, me.
If I was the prosecution and I turned around and saw those 4 people, Little, Liza,
Yep.
Bob, Nettie, AJ, Karen, staring back at me. No wonder Lally doesn't turn around. He's scared shitless. Because his whole prosecution is going to be picked apart again. He knows what he's up against. He knows what he did. It's going to be again. I have to go through this. Again, I have to do this, and obviously Baker can see that the thumb is on the scale and being tipped towards the prosecution side right now.
And he could see it from freaking Denmark, Mike.
Bullshit, isn't it?
And here we are, and our hands are tied, like legit. We gonna go to the state police with this? Oh yeah. Hey, Tripper Fanning, can I just put a report in against you? Yeah,
No,
messed up.
No. Doesn't work that way.
All
and
right.
I believe judges should be nominated, not appointed.
Well,
I'm going down.
But then it's a popularity contest. It's not who's right. It's popularity contest.
Well, hey,
yeah.
Tom, it opens up the fuck you. I have the absolute power of everything, which corrupts absolute power, in my opinion. You know what I mean?
It does. That's true. Yeah.
When there's no consequences or accountability for your actions as a judge, to me, you have to be cut out of the cloth of God to be a great judge then. You'll see nominated judges that do the right thing all the time because you know what? I want another seat in 5 years or 4 years. I want to do the fair things. You know, when they go in front of them and they do the right thing and they have nothing to worry about. You guys, you were great. We have no choice but to swallow what she says.
Mm-hmm. And it's horrible. It's horrible. All right. Listen, we have a great show tomorrow. We got your personal favorite coming. Nan's coming on tomorrow.
Did she hire a personal assistant? Because I know there was a lot of guys jumping all over that.
Yeah. Listen, if you have a chance, anyone that was at the waterfall at the CF McCarthy's, please go and file charges if you think that your rights have been violated. It's kind of important.
Yeah, mine were. I live here in this town. No, this is my hat is it's the name of it's Italian right now, but it's the name of a resort in West Mass. It's called Tourist, but it's in Italian right now, so I apologize. Yeah, I am finished though. I want to go to Finland.
Finland would be nice, huh?
Oh.
Hey, what do you think about Trump trying to get Canada to be the 51st state? Hey, you could go to Canada, no passports.
I know. Well, you used to be able to go over there with just your license at one time, man.
Long time ago.
Yeah, I'm not talking politics. I get my wife. I can tell you right now, my wife and I are on 2 different spectrums. Well, I'm more purple than she is. Let's put it that way. And we have some interesting conversations. But I love how
the world go around, right?
I love how was it Pam Bondi yesterday at the press owned the AP guy. That's all I'm going to say. The AP guy asked
zero fucks given with that girl. She just dropped the hammer every time.
Then she says, "I'm even sorry that I even picked you to ask a question."
I know. Imagine that. That's.
She's awesome. All right, I'm gonna head out.
All right, bud.
I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Enjoy the day. Talk to you tomorrow, man.
You got it, brother. Bye, chat.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Another day down. Thank you again. Thank you all for being here. Please, thank you all. I don't know how to send you guys over to SD. I can't do it through StreamYard. I know I can do it through YouTube, but other than that, I don't. Um Oh, that's always awesome. Nice. All right. Boy, you guys, I'm getting all sorts of stuff. All right. Everybody, please have a wonderful day. And yeah, we'll get into that. We're gonna get into that a lot. And I also I'm working on something in my head trying to figure out the logistics, but that's gonna be a great thing. So with that said, please go visit Esty. Um, send our love. I know you guys will do that. You guys are great like that. Let her know that we sent you over there, and just have a great day, I guess, right? All right, so we will see you guys tomorrow. I have a busy day today, but tomorrow we got a great show for you guys. So with that said, I love you all. Thank you all for being here. And free Karen Reed. See you tomorrow, guys.